Practice.
Hi. Okay, so how many of you were in this morning's session and heard Tracy talking about giving samples? Okay, I love that you said that, but it's really expensive, isn't it, to give samples, right? And I love those boxes. I was really happy when it first came out because before we used to do it in little Ziploc bags and I always felt like I was doing a drug deal. But that's what we did. I would put in Ziploc bags and we sent our samples out. So when they came out with the single packets, I thought it was fantastic, but it is kind of costly, right? It's even more expensive than if you were to take a scoop out of the bag. So I heard on a national coach call, and how many of you listen to the national coach calls? Okay. I heard a national coach called Julie Boris say one time that she does these 10-day challenges, and then I heard Summer Tucker say that she actually does this for her whole team. So I adopted it for myself, and this is what my team does now. Okay, so we do 10-day Shakeology groups. I do not, I do not give samples out. What I do is I do encourage my teams that when they sign up with a challenge pack that they order a box so that they can sample some for themselves and then use the rest for these 10-day challenges. Okay, so this is how I do it. We usually do a flyer every month. I have someone on my team who does a flyer, and we have a monthly theme. So like July is going to be Summer Sizzle, and it could be whatever you want to call it, you know. And then we put on there that it's a 10-day program, and for $50, they get 10 days of shakes, so 10 full meals, 10 days of shakes, 10 days of healthy meals, and we'll show them where to find that, and 10 days of healthy workouts. Okay, so let me break this down for you. The 10 shakes are 10 packets of Shakeology, okay? And then the healthy meals, we have actually gone into the meal planners that come in every single workout that you have. How many of you know that you have a full meal planner in every workout, right? Okay, a full meal planner. And we go in there and we took out 10 recipes of Shakeology, 10 breakfast ideas, 10 lunch, 10 dinner, and 10 snacks. And we put that together on a sheet. And then if they don't have that, they can even use the meal planner because, you know, that they can try that for free if they want to, right, for 30 days. So the rules are that they have to drink Shakeology once a day. It doesn't matter what meal. They have to eat healthy the rest of the day and log it down, and we ask them to report it. So a lot of them use MyFitnessPal, but it doesn't really matter as long as they report it. We just want them to get into the habit of it. And then they have to move for at least 30 minutes a day. This is excellent for beginners who don't even have a program yet, because we tell them you can walk, you can swim, you can hike, you can garden, it doesn't matter. If you want to use one of our programs, that's great too. So you can see this is a great way to introduce Shakeology to people without asking them to, you know, go on home direct right from the get-go when they haven't tried it yet, right? How many of you have gotten the objection when you've told them about Shakeology and they say, well, can I try it first, right? They want to try it first because it's a big investment. $130 is a big investment, but I haven't had anybody tell me no to $50. That covers my cost. All I need is 2 people to join my 10-day challenge group, and my box is paid for. Okay? I do charge them for shipping if I have to ship it to them. I put it in one of those prepaid boxes, and 10 packets fit perfectly in there, and it's $6. Nobody ever balks at that. Okay, so this is how I collect money. I actually I use Google Docs, which is awesome, and I created my own order form. And some of my coaches they offer just one flavor, but I'm okay with offering whatever. So I'll put down options, like I'll say, 5 chocolate, 5 green berry, or 5 chocolate vegan, 5 strawberry vegan, whatever. I'll put a couple of combinations on there so that they can pick and choose. I think Tracy, this morning you were talking about having boxes on hand. I do. I have boxes on hand. So my second business center orders the boxes. My my first business center orders the bags, so I do have them on hand. So I put that on the order form, and then they pay me via PayPal. Okay, as soon as I get it, then off it goes on 2-day shipment. So I like to give them at least, or ask them to give me at least a week to ship it out to them. Okay, all right, and then how do I interact with them? I set up a challenge group. It's a challenge group, and I invite all of my coaches, so it's not just me, you know. It's a great way to train my coaches, especially brand new coaches. Great way for them to get their feet wet and to help them get paid. Remember, it's our goal to help people get paid to break even in the first 30 days. So this will help them break even if they partner with me and they invite 2 people as well and put them into the challenge group. And we have our last challenge group, I think we had like 30 people in it and maybe, you know, 6 coaches or so. So everybody brought some people. And then I will do all the videos. Sometimes we take turns because, like I said, it's an apprenticeship, you know, program too. So initially I'll do all of the videos, and I'll do 1 video per day, sometimes 2. And these are the kind of topics that I talk about. It doesn't really matter. You can kind of make up your own thing. But, you know, the first one is usually welcome. You know, welcome to the group. For 10 days we're going to do, you know, we're going to drink a shake a day. You're going to log your food, and you're going to move for 30 minutes a day. And I give them the rules. I tell them that the person who has the greatest amount of weight loss percentage-wise, and whoever posts the most, because we want to get activity in there, right, will get a prize. And I give them like hip-hop abs or something which cost me $15, you know. So it was great. People post pictures and whatnot. I give them points for all of that. So these are kind of some of the topics that I do video on, logging your food and water and whatnot. So here's a sample of a video that I did on day 8. Hi, welcome to day 8. We're so proud of you that you stuck with us for the last 7 days, because I'm sure now that you've learned a couple of new habits that you're going to incorporate for the rest of your life. Like maybe drinking more water, right? Drinking water, seeing how sugar affects you, making sure you get enough sleep, making sure that you're moving at least 30 minutes a day. For some of you, you've made some remarkable progress and you feel just fantastic. And right about now you're thinking, oh, I think it's time to reward myself with maybe a treat. Well, you know what? That's what's got us in trouble in the first place, right? When we were kids, didn't our parents say, if you're good, we will take you out for ice cream? Or, you know, if you get an A on your report card, you know, we'll get you your favorite candy, or we'll take you out to dinner. And then we start to associate food with rewards. And we think that that's all there is, that there's no other way that we'll feel like we've earned a reward. So today I want you to think about how you're going to reward yourself with a non-food item. Okay, so that's an example of one video, and I usually keep them fairly short, about 3 minutes or so. And then I Hootsuite it. I hope you're all using Hootsuite, because that's the bomb. Really awesome. Okay.
Can you just tell them, for the people who don't know what Hootsuite is, can you just tell them really briefly?
Sure. Okay, Hootsuite is a program where you can pre-schedule all of your posts, your Facebook posts, your Twitter posts, your LinkedIn posts. I think that's right. But we use it for, I use it for Facebook mostly, and you can pre-schedule it for a week, a month, a day, whatever, at any time, multiple times a day. It's fantastic, because all I do is that one day I'll go in, and it takes me about 30 minutes maybe to schedule all, 10 of my videos. And then even if I'm traveling or whatever, it automatically will post at 6 a.m. East Coast time. So it's great. It's a great lifesaver. Okay, so what happens after that? I would say 50% of our customers that join our challenge groups have never tried Shakeology before, ever. Some of them have a workout program, but some nothing at all. They've never even heard of Beachbody, and this is their first introduction into Beachbody. But we've had such phenomenal results. We have people who lose up to like 8 pounds in 10 days, and they're hooked. Even if they lost only 3, they're super hooked on like how they feel and everything. And so around days 8, 9, we start talking about what's next, because they start asking about, okay, what do I do next? And so then we invite them to either join us on the next 10-day challenge. We tell them about Home Direct at that point. We invite them to join a challenge group with a challenge pack. We'll tell them whatever the special is of the month. Or we invite them to become a coach and help us with the next 10-day challenge group. And it's worked really, really well for us.
Thank you, Fran. And so just in summary, Beachbody has amazing tools in your online office, but also tools that you can buy to, like samples to give out. So that would mean that Fran's just summarizing what the tools that Fran is using are the sample packs, right? Even though she's not giving out individually, she's using the samples and the meal plans from all of the programs. So the more programs that you have, if you just start to keep those books all together, your recipe books, that's a great tool for running a program just like that. Thank you, Fran. Okay, next up is, you can clap. Oh no. Oh yeah, he does. Okay, so Scotty is going to share about how he is amazing.
I'm going to stand up. I don't feel comfortable sitting down, so I'm going to stand up here. If you guys have noticed, I walked in with a Shakeology cup. Woo! Who has Shakeology today? So I'm going to talk a little bit about Shakeology. When Tracy's talking, she hit on it. They asked us to speak on selling strategies of Shakeology, and I was like, blah. I don't want to talk about selling things. I'm not very good at selling things. So what I wanted to hit on when they asked me was your own belief in the product and how you share it, the confidence that you use when you share your product with people. What is the workout right now? We're going to talk about Shakeology and the nutrition and what it will do for your body. And just thinking about before we get started with it, I'm going to throw this little backpack on here. We're in share, which Caroline will hit on. But, I was thinking about it, sitting up here, thinking about Isabel, sharing about Shakeology. Were you guys in the meeting with Isabel talking about the new vanilla Shakeology? Did you guys hear her talk about that? Okay, did it sound like she was trying to sell it to you? Like make you make a purchase? Not at all. What she was doing was she was sharing Shakeology and how it will help her in her life and how it can help us in our life as we're going through the stress of the commotion of the world and the toxins that you're breathing. So she's just sharing it with you. So you have to understand the benefit of it and how it's going to share with you. So I want to hit on that before I talk about my shake and shares, just so you guys can understand that it's just like what she did. Take that example that she did as you share with your family and your friends, your neighbors, and people you went to school with. So we're going to talk about shake and share parties. I got right here. I'm going to open this up. I'll click over here. Okay. So here's a picture of me in my home. And I'm going to point this out. They pointed this out to me before. I didn't even realize it. But you can see my son laying on the couch there. And they were going to cut it out, but it's an important part of what I want to share. What I do is I just like to go into somebody's house and share the product with them. And they're not necessarily going to buy just the product, but your belief in it, how it's changed your life and your story. So, Shakeology will help someone lose weight. I've seen people lose over 100 pounds, 200 pounds. Like for me, I didn't have to. I didn't lose 200 pounds. I didn't lose 100 or 50. Only 30. But you have to identify your story with how Shakeology has helped affect your life. So, like for me, it helped me overcome going and getting a burrito and Monster energy drinks. So I have my own story of how it's helped me and how that helped me have energy to spend more time with my kids. So I get to share that passion with them and share how it's changed my life. But the point I wanted to give about my son on the couch is, when I go to a shake and share party, I'll show you what I have and we'll hit on him. I bring my shake with me because I'm on the run all the time and I have my kids. But I'll share with you a few things that we have here. And I brought him here with me. First of all, can't forget this, right? Got to bring me back to Shakeology. So I bring that and I bring a shaker cup and I bring my own blender and I just show up at their house. So I get there and we just start talking. I don't come in and with some sales speech about Shakeology. I come in and ask them questions about them, about their life, and I have my kids with me, and the reason I bring the kids with me is because, if I'm going to introduce Team Beachbody to somebody, and the nutrition of Shakeology and the workouts, if I come in with my kids, they understand that, hey, as they're sitting there thinking about this, You know, they're like, we have kids. He's doing this with his kids. We're busy. We have kids. We could do what he's doing as well. So it's just giving them, you know, an example of what they can do. So I'll mix it up, and you know, I'm always honest with people when we make a shake. I go in and share my favorite recipe, which is tropical strawberry with blended fruit, like frozen fruit and water. I love that. And I'm going to give an example. I went to a house recently, just to tell you guys, and they had frozen raspberries, okay? And that was all they had. So we mixed it with, we had the chocolate. And I was like, in my head, I was like, we'll try it. So we tried it, and we both drank it, okay? And I'm like, I drank it, and I was like, oh. It's in my head, I was like, this is not very good. You know? So instead of hiding it, I kind of looked at it, and I was like, I don't really like that. So I think it's important that, you know, in that case, we just talked about it. I was like, how does it taste? What do you think? And they're just like, I don't really like it. And I was like, yeah, I don't really like that taste either. And so we remade some with some almond milk and ice. And they're like, oh, this is really good. You know, but it was all just being friendly and sharing there with them and asking questions, probing and seeing how they felt about it. And, you know, if I would have just shared that with them and kind of like hid the fact that I didn't even like the taste, maybe I would have left and they'd be like, no, we're not going to try that. You know, so it's just being honest with people as you're sharing with them, asking questions, you know, to see what they need, because you have to go in there not with the idea of